What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Content Chopshop. Today we are joined with the amazing, the incredible, the brand queen, Carrie Thomas-Amaro. What's going on, Carrie? Tell the people, for some reason they have no idea who you are. Tell these crazy people who you are and what you bring to this amazing world of ours.
Oh my gosh. So first of all, thank you guys for having me. I feel like I'm hanging out with the cool squad. So thanks for having me. My name is Carrie Thomas-Amaro. I am a marketing and branding strategist. I help entrepreneurs increase their visibility, credibility, and profits in their business by helping them create premium brands.
I love that.
So good.
I love that. It's almost like you practiced.
It's
almost like
you're making us cooler. You're making us much cooler by just being here. So we appreciate that you joined us.
If we could we make sure that Carrie gets the link so she can share it with her people as well? Carrie, that'll be in the private chat for the StreamYard, so you can share that around. So those of you guys out there in the audience, what's going on? So give us a shout out, say hello, and let's introduce our amazing host. As always, we have the Ron Cool of Hindsight Hacking Media, the man with the plan with the media, and the other half of Hindsight Hacking Media, we have Corey Carter, who is the funnel master automation man. Oh, I like that.
Real quick,
I like that. They
so
planned
if
that.
you guys
That was
watched
good. That was
last
good.
week's show, if you guys watched last week's show, remember there was a bro fight, so we had to separate the bros.
There was. They call that a bro
So
down.
the bros got separated.
That's a bro down.
Yeah,
we're
not gonna be a bro fight.
grounded.
Yeah, that's a bro down.
Once he can't take it, he keep losing against me and his. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there it is. Choking it out. And, of course, the Biz Bros, both halves of the Pick a Bro, Pick Your Trading Cards. We have Fonzie and Lewis. What's going on, guys? The Content is Profit, helping you to automate your content creation process and get that micro content out in the world to spread your message. And I am Jim Beard. I help you to get live and in charge, generating you leads around the clock while you sleep. All right, let's get into it. So the format of the show, for anyone that may have been sleeping for COVID, is we watch videos that sell, and we talk about the good, the bad, what's working, what's not, and we give you the lessons learned so you can use that in your own content, so you can get more eyeballs on your message, your brand, your service, and so you can, of course, sell more stuff. So we are ready for our first video. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Let's get it. Oh, I gotta probably share my screen.
You gotta share it with me, buddy.
Probably gotta share the screen.
I'm being like
That's
Fonzie.
the thing.
Roll it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Roll it.
All right, now let's try that again.
Boom.
And play.
Hi, Mrs. Madsen. You want to buy some sugar from a stranger?
I know it's you, Sugar Panda.
What's a sugar panda? Oh, he sounds like a cool guy to do sugar with.
No, too much sugar is bad for you.
Come on. Because of those high-key cookies with no added sugar? I wouldn't even shove those up someone else's ass.
Sugar Panda? Sugar Panda, you okay, boo?
It stopped. There we go. So how many boxes can I put you down for?
None.
But I'm adorable.
You sure about that?
No idea. I have no control over my facial expressions. Sugar is so sweet from my head to my feet. You can't cancel me. I'm in everything.
Visit highkey.com.
Ron, I saw your expression. Ron,
let's talk
about Ron.
Once
That's
I
what
knew.
I'm talking about.
Hey, guys, something important just happened. I have to tell you.
What?
Okay. Robert Desmond Sexton from the audience just called us the Choppers.
The Choppers.
Hola, Choppers.
I think we might have a name for our group.
Name. Let's go, Robert.
I think we just got the name from Robert, so thank you to Robert.
Thank you, Robert.
It's much better than this, which
Shout
I was
out.
really voting for. But
I
will
do
go
like scroll
with the
stoppers.
Choppers.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, Ryan Reynolds and
Who?
we win.
What?
We
Who?
win.
Where?
Who's that?
Once I realized it was him, I was like, "This is the best commercial."
So who wants to explain to Carrie the Reynolds?
Question, team. Am I frozen on the screen?
Yes, but you look amazing.
But you do look amazing. Like you have like a great idea that we'll never know.
You're like this. This is when you were saying you saw my reaction when I realized it was said award-winning actor Ryan Reynolds.
Absolutely.
Hashtag facts.
And I'm back. Nope, still frozen.
Nope. So I think I'll give the honors to Ron to explain to Carrie the Reynolds.
All right. So we have decided like every commercial he is in, it's just like pure gold and it's freaking hilarious. Right. Mm-hmm. And he was, when we first started the show, he was on there more than anybody else. And every single one was just hilarious. So we're trying to find an action figure that I'm going to paint gold. And I'm going to make one of these. Because everyone wants to get the Ryan Reynolds thing.
I love it. That's super cute.
I mean, who doesn't? Corey, I know Corey had a comment on the commercial itself. I might have one or two.
No, I mean, I was just going along with Ron, but like basically, as soon as I realized it was Ryan, I was in. Right, I was trying to figure it out. It took me a few seconds to like, what are we doing here? So, but then the blood and the just bash on it, like it's freaking hilarious.
It was
so
funny.
There's an interesting thing you said there. That's interesting. The minute I knew it was Ryan Reynolds, I was in.
Right.
Yep. So from that point in, you were invested.
Yeah,
that's interesting. That talks to consistency, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for our audience members, being consistent is absolutely crucial. Ryan Reynolds hasn't had all winners, but guess what? We remember the winners, and he's consistent. He's constantly putting stuff out, and we remember the good stuff and we forget the bad. So I think that's an interesting comment too, is just being consistent with your content.
He's never got to poop.
He never has to poop. That's a fact.
And I thought it was interesting. We talked about obviously the consistency, the attractive character with him, but in this case, I want to call it the reverse attractive character, right? The panda. Normally, the attractive character is a good guy, right? In this case, he's not so good, right? He brings the sugar and stuff, and I'm literally like I'm a sweet tooth in my heart, and I'm like, sweet panda, I'm with you. But anyways, like
no
in
Reese's
the
Pieces. No Reese's peanut butter.
No Reese's Pieces, really, yeah. But on the context of that commercial, right? It's like it's what we're fighting against, and I thought it was very clear. The cool thing is like you don't have to stop eating cookies if you love cookies, right? And we all love cookies, right? So it's like here's a new solution. Here's a different solution. I found that pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think it aligns with the cancel culture thing that's going all around, like cancel sugar, but don't cancel the cookies, right?
Well, he was hilarious. He was all tweaked out and everything. Come on, let's have some sugar. I was dying to that whole thing. Yeah, cancel. It looks like it says cancel-y. I know there was an exclamation point there.
No, I actually liked it. I think it was really cool because they were able to actually like put a spin on it, because there's a lot of people that like sell those type of cookies, like, but they actually like, because I'm all about the brand and the brand archetypes, they actually kind of did a rebel brand archetype on that to kind of actually say like, hey, we're gonna throw rocks at like these people and we're gonna like switch it and like create some disruption to where you're like, am I for sugar? Like, am I not for sugar? Oh, here's another option. Here's a new vehicle that I can go with that's actually going to be able to give me that same effect, but it's not going to give me all the harmful additives. So I think it was really cool.
That is the very reason why I was so excited to have you on here talking about branding and how crucial that is and the archetypes of brands and so on. So I'm so happy to have you on here. This is awesome.
You know what?
Anyone else?
You know what I just realized when Carrie, you were mentioning that, something came to mind, and it's the place where people buy cookies, right? And you could potentially go and buy them literally in any store, but the situation that they depicted there was Girl Scout cookies kind of situation where they knock on your door and they have this card, right? So that's probably like a very familiar situation with a lot of people dealing with cookies, and it's like, hey, here's something familiar. Let's meet you where you understand when this purchase is happening. And I thought that was pretty interesting. So thinking on how can we potentially recreate a situation where people are already familiar with purchasing, right? So a van under the bridge. That's pretty sketchy, Corey. I'm just gonna say
I live in a van.
Special adult only cookies.
But they're depicting the market at that point, right? So it's who's the client that buys those type of cookies. I thought that was pretty interesting on the back end. Like, okay, how can we relate this to the people that are already familiar with this product?
Yeah,
agreed.
I mean, it's also to the typical, you know, the Girl Scouts are like all good. It's like for a good cause, and then you get this panda that is like the total opposite, bleeding from his nose, right? Like that causes an image that you're not gonna forget. Probably when you see Girl Scouts, whatever. Now you're gonna be like,
you're gonna think about the sugar.
Don't poke your eye.
Yep. Yep.
Dog.
You're gonna think about the.
Yeah, because they taught like it's funny because like everything that they were saying, they were like, but I'm so sweet, because literally like that's what the Girl Scouts do. Like the moms will say, you're gonna go in there, you're gonna be the cutest little kid, you're gonna sell these and it's like they're like, okay, so like here goes like Sugar Panda using the same try to tactics, and then like it's like not working for him at all.
I call them the Girl Scout Mafia, because they'll get you no matter what. They'll get you no matter what.
Every situation, every time you think you're getting away.
I have an interesting question for you guys, though. What's the name of the product?
I think it was like Just Cookie or something, wasn't it?
And from anyone can chime in. What's the name of the product?
Reynolds cookies.
It was hey none or something.
I see or something cookies.
You're close.
No, what I will say is their packaging.
That's interesting, though. That's interesting, though. We
blue
love the commercial. We
chip.
remember it. But we don't remember the name of the product. It's called High Key Mini Cookies.
Yeah. Their packaging, like they should have did a stronger packaging. That was actually like, because if you put their packaging next to somebody else in the shelf, it's not going to differentiate them at all. And then even down to like the way of like the high key, like it's not memorable. It's like a haiku.
We had
memorable for us because we are emotionally invested in Ryan Reynolds.
We really are. But I realized I was like, crap, what was the name of the cookies? I wonder if anyone can name the name of the
It does matter because they're gonna go.
It doesn't matter because no one's buying the cookie. They're buying Ryan.
That's what's gonna be so bad. That's what's gonna be so bad. Is because they're gonna go. The people are gonna go to the grocery store and then they're gonna be like, "What was that cookie?"
Oreo. It is.
We talked about this.
So this reminds me of a time. Everyone here has kids. You've heard of butt paste, correct?
No.
I don't have kids.
Hyper cream. It's called.
I haven't heard it called that exactly.
No, that's what it's called.
Yes.
It's called butt paste. No,
I've heard of.
There's a brand, butt paste. Okay, and so I had to go to the store, and I was told to get butt paste. I'm like, what am I supposed to ask for? And they're like, butt paste. I was like, I'm not going up to anyone and saying, you have butt paste, right? Same thing. They're just gonna go ask for the panda, the bleeding panda. Do you sell bleeding pandas?
But the sad part is that the panda wasn't on there.
Wasn't on the packaging.
And so it's like first, like you got the same color as like Oreo and Chips Ahoy, so then you're not differentiating yourself there at all. Your packaging is like subpar, so you're probably like in the mid, like you're probably like just hanging out on the shelf.
Can you imagine if they used that panda like Tony the Tiger? If they used that panda like Tony the Tiger and he was on everything, just one bleeding nose, and he's just like tweaked out, clutching his sugar.
It's selling.
Yeah,
all
right. That's it. That's what would have tied it all together. Bleeding panda cookies.
I'm a sideways.
I forgot the name of the product. I forgot.
You guys
sideways. It's a sideways just because of Reynolds. If not, it would have been a down for sure.
Yeah, Jim, you ruined it with the last question. I think it was a good question though, because we already said panda, and then we're like, wait, but where are the cookies, right?
Yeah, it's not like they're called
and
panda cookies.
Yep. No,
They
it's
should
true.
be. They should
It's
be
true.
called sugar crackhead cookies.
True.
Or
Sugar
like,
lead.
sugar tweaker. Sugar
I think there's
tweaker.
no sugar cookies.
I want one of these. I want to watch this. I want to buy one. I want one now.
The cookie. the panda.
And go. And sound.
This thing works so much better, even in lower lighting.
This green screen is the best green screen on the market.
All right, let's talk about it.
Where do I go to buy it right now? That's all I want to know. I thought that was super freaking cool.
So, are you gonna take a picture of your background and then you're gonna put the green screen and put the same background?
You know what I'm gonna
exact
put
one.
in the background?
Same exact one.
You know what I'm
He'll be
gonna
in the
do?
bathroom
It's
for
gonna-
every.
In the background.
He's
I'm
gonna be in
gonna
the
just have a
bathroom
bunch of
every
creepy
show from this
people,
point forward
like,
with that damn
looking
thing behind him.
over my shoulder. That's what I'm gonna do. Just
Like this.
someone like peeking over my shoulder at all times.
Can we?
Then they're gonna
can
go.
Can we go in order? Because I feel like everybody has something to say here, and I think it's juicy because it's very different style of ad that we've normally seen. So who wants to?
I feel like it's an ad made in Fiverr, if I'm being honest. But
Ooh,
all right,
interesting.
who
All right,
wants
all
to
right.
go first?
I guess Fonzie's going first. Come on.
Fonzie's up.
Yeah.
You're up, my
Fonzie's
man.
taking them out.
Yeah, choke it out.
So yeah, I think it's like one of those ads made in Fiverr. That doesn't mean it's a bad ad. I think it shows the product perfectly. Personally, it just shows like the product. It just the whole ad is literally a showcase of the product. Like it doesn't tell
Demonstration.
for who it is. Personally, when the guy started, I'm like, I mean, you can still see the rest of the background, like just the circle. Like it's not that efficient. You need the rest of the background cut out too, right? But I don't know. Like again, it is a very basic, just show the benefit of the product, showcase the product. And then if someone wants a green screen, which nowadays a lot of people do because of all the Zoom meetings, I feel like it'll resonate. Like Ron, for example, right? Like he was like, "Oh, give me that! Like I want that."
You know why? Because see
Because
that
he wants to
green
be
screen right
creepy.
there. Wait,
exactly.
see that?
You've tried one before, which is we have one in the office that we never use, and
Right.
Yeah, I got
it's
one
kind of
right
like
here.
it's a little pain to put up, right? So this is very simple. So if you have experienced the pain of setting up the green screen, guess what? This is a perfect solution. But at the same time, I think it doesn't make justice to how good it could be if they drive a little bit more of the pain of like trying to set up one, like an old one. It's like, man, I cannot carry this anywhere because it's freaking huge, right? Instead, this I can just put it in my backpack and take it to go.
No,
Yeah.
I agree 100%. Like I thought the commercial was awful, but I understand the pain points. That's
Yep.
why I want one, right? But I wouldn't like if I didn't have the pain points or I didn't have that green thing. I would not see like any value. Wouldn't have spoke to me whatsoever. And the first thing that I noticed was when he was going, like you can still see everything else. Like, what's the point, right? But unless you have to be like this, and then you have like two little notches that you have to cover it, so you're good.
Yeah,
But
you need one hell of a circle to cover the ground.
yeah, exactly. So at the end of the day, I thought the ad was bad. However, I know the pain points, so it could be a good retargeting ad for someone that bought said green curtain.
Interesting. Okay, I like it.
So the whole strategy of the company is sell them the bad green screen, the one they will suffer
And
with,
then
and they
actually sell
target
the
them with the
other
good
thing.
one.
Yes,
It just says right on Amazon, customers also purchased.
Yeah. If you want this, you also will need this piece, for sure.
Yeah, and if you try to go straight for that one, it'd be like, no, you cannot buy it yet.
No, you
need
can't
to
buy this
the
one
first
until you
one.
understand the pain.
I like that it makes you look like a giant green peacock.
Yeah.
You can just put it on yourself, you know, just like
Yeah, there you go, done. Just wear it everywhere, everywhere.
I'm
always ready.
Did you see though, like when he put it like on his shoulder, like he was like carrying a purse, like he was like,
yeah, he was like,
hey,
he was ready.
I'm gonna call myself out here. Obviously, I'm the one submitting that. I think he was freaking genius. He was like a mix of testimonials while sharing exactly who are these, like the people where like doing the whole demonstrations were the right customers, right? I think they don't have to show anything else, right? It's such a simple product. And when I first saw it, I was like, holy crap, like can it be that simple really, right? Maybe they can make it a little bit bigger as far as like a product wise, but honestly, if you're sitting down on your computer, you're good to go. So again, yes, it could be maybe for a warm audience and who knows what a green screen is, but again, today, who doesn't know what a green screen is? And I think it was like perfect because it's low friction. Now here's what I think it is. I think that's an affiliate link or affiliate commercial, because then after, as soon as I saw that and I started diving in, I started seeing a ton of others from a ton of other influencers, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's like they just going for quantity, going at it, like just exactly. It just looks so easy. I know, and I'm like, when I was thinking about Jim, the first version of the show, right, that we all had to get the freaking green screen and figure it out,
and it will return. It will
And
return. You guys will have to
I'm like-
pop those bad boys out one day.
exactly. So we might have to.
It's always right there.
Hashtag
right it is.
peacocking.
Hashtag peacock.
Hold on.
But look, I think it's a good mix of testimonials, the samples, show and tell, and like the features they were just writing that there. And I don't think it needs so much more explanation. It's very simple to understand. And if I need it, yes. If I don't need it, no. So
You know where I think it would have been more successful for me personally is, you remember that book ad you guys showed us where it like just read the book?
Yes.
Or it would read it to you or something like that.
Yeah,
It was
that
like
was
super
phenomenal.
quick. It was super fast. If they did that method with this, I think it would knock it out of the park.
Or if they had a
Just,
bleeding panda
just like
in it.
literally, I'm sitting down to my video, I slap that thing on, I get in, I'm ready. Like just that, I think it would have been awesome. I enjoyed it. I'm with Lewis on this one. I think it did what it set out to do, which is demonstrate. It did not look difficult to put up. It looked very easy to use. Yes, it doesn't really fill what it's supposed to, but if you have the pain point of having to put up one of these things, so if you just targeted to anyone making content in the ClickFunnels space, you could sell those things to the days long.
And the thing is, like, and it's so funny that you said that, because for me, like when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is for somebody who's just trying to make some cash. Like that's what it like. It's not. They're not trying to create an experience. They're not trying to make an impact. They're trying to create some cash, and they're just trying to say, hey, here's the product. This is what it does. Go buy.
You want it or not?
Like you want it. It's very like cut and dry. Like, and it's like it hits the things like, what does this product do? How can it be used? Here's where to buy. Like it gave you all your 3 steps. Like it was like that's all it is. And like for me with branding, I was like, they probably don't care. They probably don't care about branding. That's why they probably used the Fiverr, because they were like, let me just get it set up and thrown out there, and let's just push it out to the masses.
Yeah.
Now here's the question. I don't know the answer to this, but here's the question: what would the price have to be for you to buy right now?
$19.99.
Yeah, it would have to be like, because I'll just be like, it would be one of the things like, well, let me just buy it. If it's anything,
I don't see it because I think
anything
this is like a phone
$47,
record or something.
like I'll be like, really?
yeah, it is.
Would you pay $50 for that?
That's the questions that you have. Like, when I pay $50,
That's my question. So if you go there and it's like $50, you're bouncing. Is that what you're saying?
You could be like
It's
1 for 30, 2 for 50.
Well,
Yeah.
that one is clearly an Alibaba product. Like I'm pretty sure we can go into in Alibaba right now and look how much it costs
I bet
them.
you're right.
And then you probably just put like I don't know, more than 100% margin in there, like 300% margin. And that's probably what
I didn't
they're
hear
selling it
Lewis
for.
though. What did Lewis say it was?
I can't remember. I think it was like $29, but it's like $29 and then $50 if you buy 2 of them. Like, will you buy those?
Okay. So what do you think? Would you guys make the move?
For $20, like if it's something that like, it definitely has to be something that like I'm thinking about at that moment. So that's probably why they have like crazy like retargeting, like what Louis said, because like it's definitely something that you have to just be like, oh dang, this is kind of where I'm at right now. Let me just buy it. But if it's not something that somebody's gonna be like, I remember that I need to get this round green screen thing to go on the back of my chair because that's gonna be the change of my life. Like they're just gonna go on Amazon and get the curtain later on.
See, the way I think of it is like as you're getting done with grocery shopping, and then there's all the impulse buy stuff, right? So it has to be priced appropriately to impulsively just buy it and say, you know what, if it sucks, it's fine. It's only blah dollars, you know?
Now, what they should do, they should like probably have it like, I would say, I think a good like impulse buy for that would, because it's so small, because that's going to be the questions. Anything above 29, they're going to be like, what's small? Like, what if I sit back from my chair? Will it make sense? So I would say like it needs to be like 19 below, and that would be the best impulse for that, because anything like 29, they're going to start thinking about the sizing.
Yep.
I think it's people that already bought a green screen. So I already bought a green screen. We bought the one that like launches from the ground up, right? Like, and I'm like, oh, I mean, this thing costs.
We broke it on day one.
No, well, we put it back together. That still works. But that's the thing. Like, if you already went through the pain, either that one or the green curtain, you're like, this is so convenient, right? So I think if your perspective is, okay, I spent on a green screen, let's say $100. Anything less than that, right? Like even half of it, I'm like, just for the convenience, for the sake of it, I'll do it, right? It works. I think I'm gonna do it. So,
I think another piece to this though is it spoke to the client of all the people that are now at home, right? Like whether it's a teacher or a student that's now at home doing video conferencing that didn't do it before. Like that's one client. But I think about as the world reopens to travel and events like it was in the past, like how awesome would that be? Just think about traveling and you're like, I have a life to do. And instead of this nasty hotel background, I remember doing video conferences and trainings in hotels back in the day. And it's like, how awesome would it be just to have something that you can trust and count on, and it's small and lightweight and on the travel side. But again, it's above $20 and it would be hard to consider. But just that $19.99, I'd probably buy that all day long.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
All right, well, let's throw them up. What do we think?
Is it for the video? For what they're trying
depending on the price.
Yeah,
I think it works.
I mean, I think for the type of product they're selling, I think it's a thumbs up.
Okay. Yeah, we want.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are carrying a lot of baggage and false beliefs around green screens, to make it like a 1 hour webinar to sell that thing.
All right, you guys ready?
I don't need a green screen. That's all I got.
Random. Wait, hold on. Is there a sugar panda in the screen?
There is a sugar panda in the screen.
Oh, sugar panda didn't make the cut.
He made the cut. He's right there. He's checking it out.
He's so
Sugar Panda, who's your owner?
Sugar.
And go.
Hey guys, the video for X is closing right now. I'm actually running to go catch it. So click the link around this video because I want you to be there when I get there.
So this is obviously a retargeting ad.
What? Can you do it again?
Can you play that again?
You want to play it again?
Yeah.
Hey guys, the video for X is closing right now. I'm actually running to go catch it. So click the link around this video because I want you to be there when I get there.
Oh, this is a retargeting ad.
Oh my gosh, I love
Indeed, a retargeting ad for a closing cart.
But the sad part is like,
and this is Brandon Lucero. He does the Video Forex plan.
That's super unique. I thought it was really brilliant because one, it's unique. It made us watch it twice because I guess I wasn't ready for a 12-second ad, right? So I didn't skip it, right? But I liked the approach. Hey, it's running out. Hurry up.
Because I'm running. I gotta.
'Cause I'm literally running.
I'm literally running.
This is happening.
I think that's what for me was the part that made it so funny is because of the fact that he was like, "It's running out. Hope I catch you there. I'm running," and it's like it's almost like on the edge of like almost corny, and then like so it's running out and you're running.
Yeah.
Nice little literal effect on there.
I think this is a prime example of frictionless content at all, like ad or whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let me launch content out, see what happens, right? It's obviously a retargeting stuff for people that have been exposed to what he does.
Yeah.
I personally don't know him, but I thought it was clever. Like I'm a cold audience to him, and just for that joke, I'll be like, let me check this out. Even if I'm not being retargeted, just because that's just the way I am. But I thought it's like, hey, let's put creative out there, right? And it's just a different way to put it.
Yeah.
Robert says, "Had to run.
Absolutely.
I'm back.
I agree with the
What did I
fact that-
miss?
He
You
was
missed
he
the sugar crackhead.
he missed it because he just missed the running thing.
You missed the running of Brandon Lucero.
Is that where he was?
Yeah,
Catching
Robert
up
was
in
running
the
with
car?
Brandon.
Is that where
Were you running with Brandon? Is that what's going on?
is that where you had to run?
Maybe that was
Yeah,
it. He was just running with him to the closing of the cart.
This is awesome. Yeah, I think this is
funny if he was like sweaty, if he had like put like drip some water on himself,
Like it's
like look like he had like,
dripping sweat, right?
that would have been good.
Like out of breath and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been
Robert
good.
says running with the bulls. Yeah. What were you saying, Fonzie?
Oh no, I was gonna say that like the same as my brother, right? Like pretty frictionless, and he probably recorded more than that just one, right? Like in one day, he probably recorded a lot just to see which one, test them out, see which one is working out, right? So that's definitely, I think it's a great idea. It just speaks that hey, you can do this whether you have the production value or not, right? Like that was definitely done on a phone. I personally don't know the guy, don't know what he's selling and whatnot. So for me, it was like, I don't really know what he's talking about. But I mean, Carrie definitely knows, and like she absolutely loved it, right? And Ron loved it too. So I think it's if you know the person and if you've been exposed, like it can be. I mean, he definitely plays on his personality, right? Like this is who I am. So for the people that knows him, like is definitely gonna connect with them.
And then what, like exactly like kind of what Fonzie said is like he's leveraging like his personal brand of like how he is and who he is. So he's kind of doubling down on that.
Yep.
All right. Me personally, I thought it was a bit of a miss, but I liked that there's urgency because the cart is closing and he's actually physically running. You know, so that I thought was cool, and it would at least pique my interest a little bit. I'll give you that.
I would love to see, like, you know, you have the camera set up, and then you see this like cart, supermarket cart, just like rolling around, and then
like a hot dog cart just flying by the camera. A hot dog cart.
Yeah, that's right.
Cart's closing.
I miss a bro.
Oh, that's great. Do you get coins if you break it?
You do.
I love it.
Oh man.
Oh, this lady. Wow, that was a bad freeze frame for her, wasn't it?
Oh man.
Let's just enjoy that for a second.
Didn't we vote? No, we voted.
Yeah, we didn't vote. We didn't vote. Yeah, we didn't vote.
I'm sideways on that one.
I'm gonna give it.
Hey.
Oh, she's
That's awesome. What happened? No, I froze again.
Struggled with before. I've been struggling to make videos for 3 years, but this program, I just did it.
The way that Brandon and his team have structured the content, it's like nothing else that is out there.
This thing is mind-blowing. It blows away anything that I've ever done before to really get myself out there in a big way. There's a process he takes you through to extract your wisdom, to extract your message, to craft your message in a way that allows you to stand out in a marketplace.
I've become a leader in my industry now, thanks to Brandon and his entire Soul Food Video team. And I finally feel like I have connected with my messaging on another level.
This is how I see the future of marketing.
He'll take your stuff to a whole new level because of his ability to help you connect, engage, and influence your audience.
All right, let's talk about it.
He did a couple things in that video. He
It
did
was testimonial heavy, right?
So it was testimonial heavy. It was visual positioning. So if you notice that he did it in the office building where he had his people around him that elevated him himself to say, hey, I'm not like just someone who's just like doing business. Like I have a business. Like he was like, I have an office, like check out all my people, like we're working. Like he kind of did that to kind of give a little bit of like credibility with what he was doing. And then like of course the testimonials, like they kind of tug at like this is what I was struggling with, like I've been trying, so like it made people like, oh my gosh, that could be me. So he kind of used that to actually put his audience like in the shoe, like in those shoes, so they can kind of be like, okay, this is where I'm at as well.
All right, Ron,
Yeah,
I think you're shaking your head. What do you say, man? What's going on?
I did not like it. I thought it was too long. Thought it was lame. I thought I like nothing about it.
But if you notice, his audience was an older audience that you could tell that like
I'm old
videos,
and I didn't like it.
Make your opinion known, Ron. Come on.
Yeah, that don't do videos. You can tell like
I am old and I didn't like it.
But you do videos.
But I don't like doing video either. If you're looking for a job, like come ask me. But no, I didn't like it. It just was boring. It was a boring ad. I was bummed out to find out it was the same because I don't know him, Fonzie, so I didn't know him from the running ad. So I didn't recognize him from this ad. I didn't like it.
I didn't know it was the same guy until the signature at the end, if I'm being honest.
Robert says, I just woke up and realized we watched another commercial. I'm with Cool.
Yep.
So he thinks it was a poopy because he gave the emoji there. So
it was poopy.
No, it was definitely low energy, but I could tell like for his audience, you could tell that he has a very more like people who are just trying to get online, trying to figure things out. And like for them, like it was you could tell like it was speaking their language, like even down to like the visuals of like make the impact I want to make. Like you could tell like they're like it's an older audience.
So do you think this was a retargeting ad then?
I think it
was. Wusty.
Hey, Russell.
Wusty's here.
But I don't think it was a retargeting. I think it was targeted to his people. Like I feel like he has an older audience. I could tell like he has an older audience that is not like
older audiences didn't like it.
Older audience that is not on.
Ron's representing all older audiences.
I'm old.
Old people.
I'm old and I didn't like it.
I will potentially place it as a. So go ahead, Corey. Sorry.
Okay, real quick. I just think if I would have saw that one first before I saw the running one, I probably would have enjoyed the running one more than I did being a first timer, right? Because I would have known the guy and I would have seen this ad and been like, oh, okay, this is what he does, right? And I wouldn't have thought twice about it beyond that. Then I would have seen the second piece with him running and I would have thought, oh, maybe this guy has some personality. What does he do more? What like how, I would want to get to know him a little bit more. So before seeing the first one, it was confusing because I didn't understand who it is, why he's running, right? But then seeing that one like helps you understand a little bit. So did I like it? No, but I think overall I got the message out of what does he do, right?
I don't think he would have been able to retarget me because I wouldn't have clicked on that ad. Like I wouldn't have gone through I don't know, that seemed like with the music and everything to me seemed like an ad for like a Marriott hotel. Like, yeah, welcome, clean sheets, right? Is the music like ding 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 like on the background?
20% less bed bugs.
Don't get me wrong. Like I do think part of his messaging was good. I think, he showed, hey, this is what we can do for you. He had testimonials in there, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm just talking again, like Kerry said, right? Maybe for his audience, it did resonated, but for me, it was very generic, right? I in the first place, I wouldn't have stayed to even watch the ad. I just would have scrolled through. I don't think that would have made me stop to keep watching the rest, right? So, yeah, that being said, in those terms, for me, it is not a successful ad.
I think the first testimonial had somewhat of a pain in there, right? And then they go into something else, but I don't think that's like tough enough. Like they don't make it stingy, right? And then everything is positive talk. So I don't know. I even want to say that this is like a top of funnel kind of deal to see like who's interested in this thing. Like at the end of I had no idea what they sold, right? They're like, well, video, but like what is it? And then there's no offer inside of the ad. I don't know. Maybe the copy has it. But yeah, to me, it didn't resonate. I think production wise, it's super simple. It's just like, grab these testimonials and put them on, and then just have like these letter overlays. So production wise, it's super simple to execute. But I'm very interested to see like what it does on the back end, because we work with video, we work with content, right? So like something like this we're potentially his audience. So I don't know.
He segregates his ads, and so he was running some very visually crazy ads initially, and these are kind of his like closing it out. Everyone get in now.
Oh, okay.
What do we think? Throw them up. All right, let me give you a little palate cleanser. This is the last one of the day, and go.
Hey, have you ever looked at your retirement portfolio and felt that sinking feeling in your stomach like you will never be able to retire, that you might never have enough? Guys, if so, you are not alone. Come here, I want to show you something. Today, 50% of the coveted middle class are going to retire at or near poverty. 68% of people out there, despite their best efforts, feel like they will never be able to retire. And here's the crazy one, guys. 71% of people today, even if they can retire, won't be able to do it alone. They will need assistance from the government, friends, or family. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but the reality is, if you don't want those statistics to be your reality, then it's time to do something different. And I'm not talking about just a little bit better. I'm talking about radically different. In fact, doing the exact opposite. My name is Ryan Lee, and back in 2008, I, like those statistics, lost almost 70% of my retirement portfolio. And I looked at it at that moment and I realized I'm doing what everyone else was doing, but somehow expecting a different result. So today, what I've done for you is my business partner and I, we have put together a short training for you, 5 days, to show you why your portfolio is leaving you stuck, out of control, and why you'll never get the retirement that you want. Now, guys, you might have tried alternative investing and other types of things, but remember, this is not doing average better. This is doing the exact opposite. So if you're ready to radically shift your life, your results, then I invite you to rise up, to start to take control. In this 5-day challenge, we will be laying out a step-by-step guide to give you clarity on what not to do, first and foremost. We're also going to show you the exact steps to radically shift your reality, your retirement plan, and ultimately your life. So if you're ready to shift everything, join us in this 5-day challenge, and we will see you on the inside.
All right, let's talk about it.
For me,
that's ClickFunnels framework ad right there. Perfect webinar. Framework ad.
Josh Forty helping Ryan make the ad.
Who thought of look, it's a great training. It's a great thing. But who thought of the diesel school commercial when he started walking on the camera?
No, I didn't think of anything.
No one's ever seen that commercial?
No,
you're the whole commercial, the guy's walking through and you can go through diesel college.
No, you're too old. That's got to be
it. That's what the problem is.
I don't know that.
I'm gonna get the dang commercial because that's like one of my biggest pet peeves is when people walk. Later, Luis,
bye guys.
Walk through a commercial. Drives me up the wall.
So I definitely think, like, I like the movement. I mean, and again, it was an easy to film, right? Like probably a one take, walking down in his basement to his home office, keeping the energy a little bit alive with the movement, right? Like showcasing the awards very subtly, right?
I was about to say, I was like very subtly showcasing the awards. Credit.
It was all done very well. I just
it didn't.
I like them. It resonated with me because I know them and I know the value that people are going to get from that training.
Yep.
The question is, so I'm going to be Fonzie for a second. The question is, if I don't know them and I didn't understand the value, did it do enough to get you to click?
I'd say
I mean,
no.
if you're part of those statistics that he was talking about and you don't want to be part of that, maybe.
And the reason why for me is because they didn't hit a big enough pain point.
Mm-hmm.
So the pain point of not being able to retire, not having enough in savings, yes, those are all very serious, but we're already berated with those from everything on normal commercials of like, why aren't you saving? Go to TD Ameritrade and all this other stuff is all using the same messaging. So the messaging, what messaging do you think would have worked here?
I think it would have some type of messaging that would have like pretty much put them in where they want to be. So more of a instead of talking about the pain, talk about the pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Like talk about the pleasure, like talk about like what life could be like paint that scenario rather than just keep beating them on the head telling them that their life sucks.
How about this? You busted your ass 40 hours a week for years on end to support your family. Then you decide to start your own business only to find out now you get to work 80 hours a week for the same thing that you were earning before, but now you're your own boss. You're taking up all your time. What'd you get into this for? Because you wanted to support your family and spend time with them. But guess what? I would be willing to bet you're not having that experience right now, are you? And I'm here to tell you that the reason is because of this.
But I think that still goes back to that point too, though.
You think so?
Yeah,
so what would you spin with that?
Well, I mean, I feel like because we know them.
He even did that like an old person. He's like,
we know Brad, Brian's partner, Brad Gibb, and he talks when he talks his messaging. He says he calls out traditional financial advisors give you all the bad, wrong advice, right? Like he calls and throws shots at every one of those normal financial advisors. Like to me, that's the messaging that gets me versus let me be part of the statistic.
Okay. So maybe taking it at that extra step of saying that, okay, and then you want to invest for your future so that you don't have to keep doing this.
Right.
But you're being told is this, and you're going to be in a rut forever trying to do that.
Exactly.
On a treadmill going nowhere. So,
but yeah, to Ron's point, that is one of the most amazing 5-day challenges that is out there. That is this catalyst. That challenge was the catalyst for Ron and I leaving our 6-figure jobs.
Yeah,
it's
a killer.
I have spoken with them. They've been on my show before, and I've experienced some of their content. I have not done their challenge yet, but I really highly respect those guys. And I've actually done work with them. I've done work for them.
We did their challenge live on our podcast for 5 days in a row.
That was fun. That was fun. But did the commercial do it? No. So the green screen.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm somewhere in here.
So sorry.
And it's really just because I feel like they didn't hit a big enough pain point.
Yeah.
I feel like the structure, the messaging, moving around, causing interest, having the awards in the background, they nailed all that.
And the frictionless.
Have the big enough red button. That's all.
And the ease of making that ad was so. All right, I think we only have one good one today that wins.
All right, so that was yeah.
Green screening.
Let me find him here.
You want a video to play?
I'm gonna vote. I have not voted, everybody.
I think
there's only one. Let's do a quick little vote. It's all good. It's all good.
Where are we at?
Panda.
Are you ready?
I am. somewhat ready.
You gotta. We're going for the chop right now. That's what we're doing.
Biz Bros voted green screen, by the way. I know they're no longer here.
Did they?
Are you ready, Jim?
I am.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, I'm ready. I was mostly ready.
Boo.
This thing works so much better, even in lower lighting.
This green screen is the best green screen on the market.
Oh yeah,
that was a low-level winner today of the chop.
It was a low-level winner,
but it was the best that we showed today. So
it was not the best.
Yeah, it was narrow. It was close there, but it was just one more vote than for the green screen over the bear.
Didn't count, Ron. So
yeah, it was just that one extra vote for green over bear.
It's okay, Pop Pop.
It's okay, Chop Shop, little Chop Shop.
Pop Pop, because you know he's old.
Oh, Pop Pop.
Pop Pop.
Oh, look at that. He even cut it out.
Oh,
Weirdly over your face, though. There he is. Look at him. Look at him. Just all sad stuff.
So, Ron, how is it? What is it like being able to get that extra Social Security check every month?
Ooh, yeah.
It's amazing because I can just sit at home and do even more of nothing.
I know.
You get discounts on moons over Miami.
Do you?
And the buffets. The buffets are like I eat for free on Thursdays.
Do you go to the grocery store too in the morning?
Only early because that's when old people can go.
Now my question is, do you also have like the compression socks and like the little?
I'm wearing them right now.
She's digging in. She's digging in.
I'm not wearing pants either.
What about the white shoe? What about the white Reeboks with the platform?
No,
I thought those were Skechers.
It's the Skechers with the Velcro.
No, I wear black socks with sandals.
Well,
that's what all the hip kids.
That's amazing. To mow the lawn.
Yes.
Are you headed back up? Are you headed back up north because you know it's about that time?
Yes. I'm about to be going. I'm about to be going soon.
Snowbirds.
Gotta go south for the blizzard we're about to.
Damn, Carrie,
right.
really laid in.
I gotta get south.
Carrie dug in.
I do walk the mall, Robert. I do walk the mall.
Back when the malls were open. True story. Ron and I used to work from the mall very often.
We did.
Because it was open space and we could get stuff done, and there was always a food court for lunch. Like it worked out.
Hey, can I complain about Apple on my show here with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Okay, here we go. Ready? So everyone knows I love Apple.
Okay, I was gonna say I was like I don't know if I could be.
No, I got all the Apple stuff. Got my watch. Got everything.
Yep.
So I made my stupid appointment because you can't go in there. And yes, I do go to bed after Wheel of Fortune because it's late.
I love it.
Nate Robert.
Murder She Wrote.
Robert, I put in my. I mean, Corey, you saw my calendar request. 5:30. I had my specialist where I can go talk to someone about my watch band. Right.
Yep.
I get there at 5:26. My appointment is 5:30.
You almost missed Piccadilly's or Golden Corrals.
Well, no, the lady goes, this is what the lady told me. This is
the Golden Corral.
She goes, can you come back in 5 minutes? Because we're not having people check in early. I go, if I come back in 5 minutes, I'm a minute late for my appointment. Because my appointment is 5:30 and it's 5:26. So she waited
You know how
till
the old people
5:30.
are with time.
Oh, I was pissy. So then she let me in just to stand in another line for a half hour.
What time of pissy?
I was really busy.
Is it like
Like
pissy because,
Geritol push pissy.
some like
Geritol.
Oh,
Geritol. Then after waiting for 30 minutes, I go talk to the person, and if your nose, your mask goes under your nose, they freak out. They're going to close the store. You got to put your mask over your nose. Then, yes.
I'm happy that you're able to even get out there, being that
I had my walker on my little scooter. My scooter was taking me places. So then
you roll later.
Hover around.
Yeah. So then after I sit there for another 35 minutes, they go, "Oh, sorry, we can't help you. The online store is where you have to get the help." I'm like, the online store told me to come to your happy little butt, Apple Store employee.
You said happy little butt.
Oh, I was pissed.
Ron, do you have your
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be upset too. I don't like waiting in lines like that and everything.
No,
if I get to the
don't
front
tell
of the
me
line,
to
I
come
better
back
get
after my
something.
appointment. Don't tell me to come back after my appointment.
You see, he's like naughty.
Send you to your damn room.
But you did
Ron,
not
what
walk
is your-
away with your band.
No.
Oh,
Almost returned my watch. That's how
you
mad.
returned your life alert.
Almost did. Almost did. You can't return that. What if I fall and I can't get up? If I fall down and can't get up, then who's going to save me?
There's a million of them. I love it. Ron's not used to being the one to get picked on.
I love
Usually
it.
He's the picker.
I am the picker. It's great.
I love how he like adds into it and goes back to his story.
All right.
Love it. All right, let's wrap it up. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Size.
Thanks,
Thank you, guys, for watching.
Jim just got his AARP card too. You
I
can tell
did.
his speech is slurred.
Thanks for watching my picture show.
No, Ron, I'll see you next time on the Facebook, okay?
On the Facebook.
I do say the Facebook. Yes.
Look,
Corey says
post
the
on
IT.
my wall.
On the Facebook.
My pictures don't change. I got the frames up there since 1983.